My great-grandmother, from the stories I've heard, was a feminist. She ran away from the house of the man she did not want to marry and ended up marrying the man of her choice. She refused, she protested, she spoke up whenever she felt she was being deprived of access, of land, that sort of thing. A feminist is a man or a woman who says, yes, there's a problem with gender as it is today, and we must fix it. We must do better.
Using the internet, we can begin to think collaboratively. We can begin to innovate together. In Africa, we say if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together. And I believe that social Pan-Africanism is how we can go far together. And this is already happening. Access to these online networks has given young Africans something we've always had to violently take: a voice.
In Africa, more than anywhere else in the world, the difference that just one good leader can make is much greater than anywhere else. And here's why. It's because in Africa we have weak institutions, like the judiciary, the constitution, civil society, and so forth. So here's a general rule of thumb that I believe in. When societies have strong institutions, the difference that one good leader can make is limited. But when you have weak institutions, then just one good leader can make or break that country.
I've got a friend named Layla who was born and raised in Ghana. Her parents are third-generation Ghanaians of Lebanese descent. Layla, who speaks fluent Twi, knows Accra like the back of her hand. But when we first met, years ago, I thought, she's not from Ghana. In my mind, she came from Lebanon, despite the patent fact that all her formative experience took place in suburban Accra. The myth of national identity and the vocabulary of coming from confuses us into placing ourselves into mutually exclusive categories. In fact, all of us are multi-local, multi-layered.
We, the African people, have been sidelined from the policy making, policy orientation, and policy implementation process in our countries. We have limited input because he who pays the piper calls the tune. The IMF, the World Bank, and the cartel of good intentions in the world has taken over our rights as citizens, and therefore what our governments are doing, because they depend on aid, is to listen to international creditors rather than their own citizens. But I want